When you were writing for other people, did it kill you inside? Because you probably said, these are really good songs. I should be doing these.
Hell no! Freaking Britney Spears sang my record. Are you kidding?
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hit songs rejected by other artists.
SOS, please, somebody help me.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most popular songs you might be surprised to learn were offered to other singers before being sung by the ones we associate them with today. Do you think any of these artists would have been better suited to a song they passed? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Don't Ya, the Pussycat Dolls featuring Busta Rhymes, offered to Paris Hilton. Remember when Paris Hilton tried to have a music career? Well, it turns out Don't Ya could have been among her discography.
It's easy to see.
The song, made famous by the burlesque pop group The Pussycat Dolls, was first offered to Hilton as well as the British girl group Sugar Babes. However, Hilton claimed that the version we know today sounds wildly different from what she first heard.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me?
She says that if she'd heard it the way it was ultimately released, she would have jumped at the chance to record it.
Don't care, but I know she ain't gonna want to share.
Of course, the Pussycat Dolls version became a massive hit, charting worldwide and going platinum in several countries. But don't you kinda wish that we could have heard Paris's take too?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was wrong like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me?
Number 9, Pretty Hurts, Beyoncé, offered to Katy Perry and Rihanna. Written by Sia, this ballad is about self-love and empowerment, two messages Beyoncé often champions. However, she wasn't the first artist the Australian singer/songwriter had in mind.
I said, you're a pretty girl, what's in your head? It doesn't matter.
Initially, Sia emailed it to Katy Perry, but later offered the song to Rihanna and Beyoncé after receiving no response. While Rihanna's management apparently failed to pay the track's fee, once Beyoncé heard it, she knew she wanted it and managed to secure it. Amusingly, when Perry later heard Beyoncé's recording, she texted Sia saying she was pretty hurt it hadn't been offered to her, but conceded that it reached the right hands. In the end, Perry taught us all a valuable lesson in checking your emails, because you never know what opportunities might pass you by. Number 8, Miss Independent, Kelly Clarkson, offered to Destiny's Child and Christina Aguilera. An early version of this song was turned down by Destiny's Child. Producer Rhett Lawrence then approached Christina Aguilera to collaborate on the track with the intention of adding it to her 2002 Stripped album, which makes this entry a little different from the others on our list. However, when their collab was never finished, Lawrence turned to a newcomer in the biz whose voice had been likened to Aguilera's. Clarkson finished writing the number and released it on her 2003 debut Thankful album. Needless to say, it was a perfect fit. The song went on to chart globally, peaking at number 1 in US mainstream top 40 and receiving gold certifications in Australia and in the US. Number 7, Alive, Sia, offered to Adele. Sia is pretty famous for writing hits for other artists, but we have to admit, we're pretty glad she kept this one for herself. Not that that was the original plan. Alive was written for Adele's 2015 album 25. Sia shared that she'd written the song with the British singer in mind.
Adele gave me a top tip. She was like, yeah, whenever you can't hit the high note, you're like, la la la.
However, at the last moment, Adele decided not to record the track and told the songwriter she could add it to her own album, in addition to the song Bird Set Free. Alive was actually offered to Rihanna, who returned it, much to Sia's relief, as she'd become rather attached to the number. The song eventually found its place on Sia's This Is Acting album. Number 6, Toxic, Britney Spears, offered to Kylie Minogue. As one of Britney's most famous songs, it's hard to imagine Toxic performed by anyone else. Yet she wasn't the first choice to record this dance pop number. The songwriters actually wrote it with Janet Jackson in mind, but presented it to Kylie Minogue first. After the Aussie star passed on it, it was given to Spears, who turned it into a mega hit. It spent 20 weeks on the Billboard chart, peaking at number 9, went platinum in several countries, double platinum in the UK, and became a pop culture phenomenon. When asked how she felt seeing the song she rejected become so popular, Kylie answered, quote, "It's like the fish that got away. You just have to accept it." Number 5, SOS. Rihanna offered to Christina Milian. When you think of Christina Milian, songs like AM to PM, When You Look at Me, and Dip It Low probably spring to mind. But in an alternate world, you might have also associated this singer with the Rihanna hit SOS. This song was suggested for her 2006 So Amazin' album, but we guess she didn't find the track amazing enough to make the cut. So it was given to Rihanna, and it became a total commercial success. It was Riri's first #1 hit, spending 3 successive weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, and was certified platinum. With Milian's last hit being 2004's Dip It Low, some believe SOS might have helped propel her career, but perhaps it just needed Rihanna's magical touch. Number 4, Let's Get Loud. Jennifer Lopez offered to Gloria Estefan. Another song that deviates a little from the others on our list is this banger made famous by J-Lo. Initially co-written by Gloria Estefan for herself, she decided to pass it along to J-Lo after deeming it too similar to some of her other hits. She said that Lopez could give it her own spin and have more fun with it. It charted internationally, even going triple platinum in Australia. It also earned J-Lo her second Grammy nomination. If you're wondering how the song might have sounded sung by Estefan, wonder no longer. In 2011, she treated fans to a bonus track on her Miss Little Havana album Deluxe Target Edition featuring her rendition. Number 3, We Can't Stop. Miley Cyrus offered to Rihanna. It seems like many songs were written with Rihanna in mind before ultimately being recorded by other artists. For instance, can you imagine Riri singing Ed Sheeran's Shape of You?
I think she probably would have sung it better than me.
How about Miley Cyrus's We Can't Stop? Clearly, producer Mike Will made it did, because that's exactly who he thought would record the latter. While curating her Unapologetic album, Rihanna was played Pour It Up, which she chose to record. Meanwhile, We Can't Stop was shelved without her even hearing it. Luckily, it was a perfect match for Miley and her work hard, party even harder image. She added her own nuances, or swag as Made It said, and definitely turned it into one of her standout hits. Number 2, Telephone. Lady Gaga featuring Beyoncé offered to Britney Spears. When Lady Gaga first penned this number, she had a certain princess of pop in mind.
Hello, baby, you called, I can't hear a thing. I have got no service in the club, you say.
Britney even recorded a demo that was controversially leaked to the public. The reasons that Spears never followed through seem unclear. Some sources say she passed on the track, while others claim Gaga decided to keep it for herself. Although the singer/songstress never delved into the details, she confessed to struggling to connect with the number emotionally.
You blowing up, my phone won't make me leave no faster. Put my coat on faster.
Still, collaborating with Beyoncé, the dance pop number was a critical and commercial hit, certifying double platinum in the UK and triple platinum in Australia. Meanwhile, Britney's version became the most illegally downloaded song in 2010. Perhaps a remake with all 3 icons is needed. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Happy, Pharrell Williams, offered to CeeLo Green. The Forget You singer recorded the song first, but it was deemed a better fit for Pharrell.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Boom Clap, Charlie XCX, offered to Hilary Duff. Apparently, Duff's people didn't feel the track was cool enough for her.
Sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on.
Physical, Olivia Newton-John, offered to Rod Stewart. As Newton-John's biggest hit and best-selling number, it's hard to imagine it sung by anyone else.
Let's get into physical, let me hear your body talk.
Call Me, Blondie, offered to Stevie Nicks. The Fleetwood Mac singer turned down the song due to other obligations.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. I'm a Slave for You and Boys. Britney Spears offered to Janet Jackson. If you ever thought Britney's self-named third album was reminiscent of Janet Jackson's music, you're completely right. Not only did the critics point out the likeness, but both Slave for You and Boys were recorded by Jackson before eventually being given to Spears.
All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. Well, did you ever think it'd be okay for me to step into this world?
Jackson's voice was deemed too sultry for Slave for You, but perfect for Spears' image. Indeed, both songs marked a pivotal moment in her career. Brit launched the tracks into the zeitgeist of the early 2000s, and Slave for You especially became an unforgettable part of pop culture.
Baby, don't you wanna dance up on me?
Janet's version would have likely had a phenomenal impact too, but we doubt she'd have danced with a python around her neck at the VMAs.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.